We are late.
We are late. We are live. Hello, chat. Oh, you scared me.
Whoa.
Ah.
I like this.
Happy Tuesday, everybody.
I thought
it's
you were
a fitting song, you know, seeing as there's a big old hurtling space pizza. What is it by like Jupiter right now? Aliens are on their way, Danny. So I've been told. So
pretty cool.
I'm excited.
It's about time.
Yeah.
You know, with all the shit that's going on right now, it's about time we get aliens too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude. Let's go. I can't wait. I'm ready, dude. I've been hell diving. We conquered. Ooh. Seashell Beach has been finally cleared of the Illuminate scum. I was there.
See, it won't be bugs though, Kevin, when they come. It'll be some fucking crazy ass shit. We'll be enslaved or whatever as a race, or I mean as a species. It'll be some fucked up shit like that. If they're coming here, we're fucked. Is all I gotta say.
You don't think we can take them? I think we'll be just fine.
No.
I think they're coming to offer us a peace treaty so they can be like, hey, the two of us, dude, we could rule all this. You know, so they're going to show up. They're going to park on the White House lawn, which just so happens to be perfectly shaped for a UFO to land in it. I'm sure there's no reason for that. That's probably just a coincidence, guys. Don't press that any further. But hey, aliens are coming, and I, for one, am ready. All right?
The only way we're good is if the thing like crashes and hits the planet, and it's something like you said. It's like bugs or something. Like fucking the alien from the Alien movies like cracks out of it. Because that thing will like kill a few people or whatever, and maybe it like lays an egg that will hatch later, and then that one will kill a few more people. But like, we could manage that. I feel like we'll get rid of the alien eventually. But if they like come here on a fucking ship or something, and they're like, "Hey, what's up?" Be ready to be fucking probed and enslaved.
Hey, for our sake, we just gotta hope they start like in Texas or the Midwest, and they might be caught off guard. They'll be like, "Wow, a lot more of these folks are armed than we expected." we ain't giving up to the aliens without a fight.
Yeah, they're not. They better not come to Ohio first. That's for sure.
Yeah, we were ready for them, dude. I have heard that Helldiver still has the performance issues on the PC, cakes. So it's a shame to hear, because I do love managed democracy, Danny. It's one of my favorite things. We're about to feel like we probably have something close to it now, right? It's too early for those kind of jokes, Kev. What are you doing?
I feel like every PC problem would be solved if you just got if you just bought a system there. Ooh. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like I'm cool with, if you want to float that way with PC stuff, be my guest, you know. But I feel like it gets very expensive, and you're very like prone to, oh shit, I need to fix this thing or that thing. Whereas usually your system just has a lifespan, and it usually outlives there's a new one before your system breaks down. You know what I'm saying? So the aliens we'll send them to Texas. That's what we'll do. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or Florida.
Oh, dude, Florida would be. They might take one look around and be gone within an hour. They'd be like, you know what? Actually, there's a lot of water around here. We can get it elsewhere.
All right. Well, alien talk that needs to be a different show, Kevin. Alien talk. We could do that. You ready to get your conspiracy brain on? We could just do let's pivot entirely. Okay. We're done with this shtick. Okay. I'm tired of making fun of people online. Let's just do like X-Files. And we'll just talk about fucking stupid shit like
just
that.
Just do a different conspiracy every day. That'd be great, man. Yeah. I'm all about it. One day we're talking about Mothman. The next week we're talking about Aliens, sign me up, brother. And give us a couple months, we'll be able to start selling people tangy tangerine. Be great.
Tangy, that's right. I know somebody with a license plate that is Mothman. Isn't that interesting?
Oh, so you might know the Mothman. That's interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I might. Not as scary as you'd think. The Mothman.
Just don't invite me over if the Mothman is coming, Danny.
All right, we'll do. Well, folks, it is what's the day after Indigenous people? The day after Columbus Day. Like what would be the follow-up to Columbus Day? Like Reparations Day?
I was saying probably has something to do with blankets, right? Kind of
Smallpox Awareness Day. Or wait, is it smallpox that they gave to all the natives and like wiped them out entirely because they'd never fucked with that before? It's
dude.
It's something like that.
Us Europeans, all kinds of weird blood diseases.
We need measles awareness day now since measles is back. That's cool, isn't it? You ever want measles?
Yeah, it's just nice to have that to be able to put back on my bucket list.
Oh, check this out. Executive producer Paul Spring, fan of the music. This show. I'm
gonna exit out that, but I appreciate it.
She's also a fan of your novel, or
yeah. There's one thing I know about Poland. It's that I should always take those critiques at face value.
Well, yeah.
Appreciate the feedback, boss. It is good to have you back, though.
Happy sorry we took your shit day. Okay.
Also, it wasn't a novel, but that's fair. And we don't need to talk about it. It doesn't even exist. It's not even a thing. Okay?
Well, it's over now. I mean, Poland's going to be sharing links or something.
Hey, that's great. I make like a $1.37.
I like that.
Buy it,
yeah, dude. Maybe
buy
we
it
should
away,
type that up. Anyways, we got a lot to get to today, folks. We have our typical segments, of course. There's JOMHAWATCH. There's a bald is beautiful coming your way. Don't worry. But we also have somebody is in big trouble, Kevin. Hasan Piker in hot water again with the toaster just hovering over the.
Over the dog?
Shock jokes. Well, it's Kaya holding the toaster over the bathtub.
Oh, good. There we go. Yeah.
Press that button again, bitch.
Get it back.
No, but yes, Hasan Piker and some hot water. We'll see that shocking news in the second half of the show. That's a big one this week. Pokimane also in that drama. We love to talk about Pokimane. Okay, what the fuck stupid shit did she do? How can Hasan Piker get into some shit about shocking his dog on stream and somehow it reverberates down to other streamers like fucking Pokimane? And now is getting, her own cancelization because of, as a result of Collargate. They're calling it, Kevin. Collargate.
I love how we just throw gate on the end of everything. I'm sure I've made that rant before. It's my favorite thing.
Why was it Watergate? There was no water involved, okay?
Because Watergate was the name of the place.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying, Danny. That's what I'm saying. And I get so worked up every time.
There was no water involved. It was Watergate.
God damn it.
Gate. Now Jake's right. Right now is Gate. We're in the middle of Gate because we're talking about why is it Gate? Why is it, why is it Collargate? It doesn't make sense. All right. It's Gate right now.
Gate. Thank you, Poland.
Yeah. With
oh boy,
with help like Poland, what did they say? What's the saying? with friends like this.
Who needs an executive producer?
That's right.
I think that's how it goes.
Yeah, but Pokimane, Johnny Knoxville, Keffals, they're all in the news, folks, and we'll get to it. All right. But first, Kevin, as we do on this show, we have a reoccurring segment. Can you hit me with that footage?
Bald ass egghead bitch.
What the fuck?
That is us. Yes, you rang.
Well, it's beautiful, Kevin. Okay, I can't be being, shamed every time at the top. Can I?
I find it to be funny, Danny. I find it kind of sad. No clips that include people talking about bald people seem to be very positive. So when you're looking for video clips on YouTube that include the word bald, they tend to be more on the negative side, wouldn't you know?
What's up with that? What's up with that? What is up with the unwarranted hate? I saw something on Twitter the other day, like a mutual. I'm seeing their tweet pop up that's like, I'm tired of bald people getting away with it. Okay. Bald people do not deserve to live in the same society as the rest of us. And I'm like, okay, see this, I'm starting to feel like, they've been talking about all this Jewish hate in America lately, and they're missing the bald hate. Okay. This is real shit. Everyone thinks that they can just play around with the balds. All right. We're our own race of strong-willed people.
It's all that testosterone that did this. All right. Don't test me.
Yeah. See, I didn't think I'd be betrayed like that by Hash, but she's on Twitter saying that, us bald people should be footstools for her. Maybe she meant something else by that. Maybe that was like maybe there was a kinky thing and I just wasn't aware. I don't pick up on that stuff anymore. Maybe. I don't know. Well, anyways, bald is beautiful, folks. Okay. Right. We're not, and none of these people we're talking about today are bald bitches. None of them at all, especially not our president. All right. Now, why is our president and bald is beautiful? Well, let me show you why our president is in bald is beautiful. Okay. Trump is not happy, Kevin, with the picture Time magazine used in his cover story. All right. Let's pull up his truth. The president's truth here.
His truth. I love that that's what it's named. Oh my God. This is my truth. Okay.
Oh, well, his truth is here. You see, look at this, dude. The top two comments.
Whew, that neck better chill, dog.
The nussy, dude. That's a mean nussy.
You better cool off, dude.
But yeah, dude, bald is beautiful because that hair is disappearing. He says, Time magazine wrote a relatively good story about me, but the picture may be the worst of all time. I agree, Trump. For once we're in agreement.
Oh man.
They disappeared my hair, Kevin.
They disappeared. Okay. These mean liberals at Time magazine, they disappeared it. They disappeared my hair. And what are they? You know what? It's like they workshopped it in some sort of photo edit. They photoshopped it. I invented a word.
I just came up with that, all right?
No one's ever been saying this word before, Photoshop. It's kind of like groceries. It's a word I invented.
And tariffs.
Like nussy. Beautiful word, nussy.
That's right.
Oh, good God, bro. They disappeared my hair. I love it. That's what I said, dude. When I woke up on my 24th birthday, I said, they disappeared my hair. Oh,
they did.
God, it's a travesty. I was so young. I was so tall, dark, and handsome. And now
the lasers.
I'm short and I'm bald. Who did this to me? It was the
lasers
liberals.
Did it. It was the Jewish space lasers. All right. Oh, but man, dude, talk about, Trump's got a point here, again, it's like not, that's a mean nussy. No disrespect to our president, and not to agree with him either. I don't like to agree with him very often, but this is the worst of all time. Like they had to get the upshot where as the chat says, you know, the nussy is just flying. It's like, what the fuck kind of who cleared this photo? You'd think that Trump would say to them, like when they're photo shooting for his shit for Time Magazine, he's like, look, you got to send this to me before you put it on that magazine. All right.
You know,
Clear it with me.
I would normally agree with you, Danny, but I have seen every Facebook profile picture of any man over 50. And for some reason, they all are doing like here's a look right up my nose. So like maybe this is the angle. Oh, this will be great for my plenty of fish profile.
It's
look at this.
It's an old
Oh,
person.
there it is. There it is. You gotta look down. You gotta look down,
hey
kind of stern.
guys.
Do you have any Oakleys in the studio?
Hey guys. It isn't flattering, Trump. I agree, dude. Okay. You know, my neck doesn't look so good from a down shot either. All right. The nussy. What are they doing and why?
Damn, the truth hurts. Yeah.
Oh, God. Really weird. I never liked taking pictures from underneath angles, but this is a super bad picture and deserves to be called out. See,
I mean, the most relatable thing he's ever said. Who wants to have a photo taken from that underneath angle? Most people fast forward through that part. What were we talking about?
I'm surprised. I'm surprised that he's not like, well, even though the picture's not very good, might be the best upshot you've ever seen. It's like, who else looks like that looking up at him? Who you don't look up to anybody like you look up to your president. Isn't that right?
I'm not going bald. That's actually a halo.
I like that. You know, yeah, somebody should have wrote him something before he went and spouted all these truths. All right. But look, I think there's somebody over here in the comments even. He needs to embrace it.
That's right. Oh, look at that,
right,
dude.
Brother. That's fucking right, brother.
Like, if that dude on the right goes all in at the poker table, I'm folding every time. You know what I'm saying?
I just saw Chris's comment up there too. This is the only angle that you can't see this. I missed that one. Oh dear Lord. Yeah, dude, this could work for him. This extends his presidency like, 10 more years. He's youthful, intimidating, This is I've never seen anything quite like it.
This is a guy who is on InfoWars after the end of his third term,
Right, dude. Imagine
InfoWars.
I think he should make everybody go this route too. You know what I'm saying? Like all of the members of his party had to be bald and bearded, even the women.
You looking for a job or?
Yeah, and then I can finally get hired for that government job I've always wanted. Oh dear. It's not hot to me personally.
He looks like Sean Connery got stung by an enemy. That might be my favorite one right there.
That goes hard. I agree. All right. Bald is beautiful, folks. We got there. All right. We got there. We got there. All right. So there is our president. But guess what? We have more. Bald is beautiful.
Ooh.
The president one came across my desk just today. So it was like a welcome addition. Trump's truth there. But what I was originally going to bring up and ask you about is there's a picture of a person who needs to come home. First off, that's why he's appearing in Bald is Beautiful. Another person that needs to come home. And he's needed to come home for years and years too. This guy's been on YouTube for years, for like decades, and he's needed to come home the entire time. His hairline has been back on the back of his fucking head. It's one of these all the way up here. For the whole time he's been on YouTube. But anyways, I wanted to know, Kevin, does this picture elicit any feelings from you? Do you feel any type of way when you see Mr. Jacksfilms? He says, when the fajitas come out sizzling.
Well, I mean, this is relatable to me on many levels, Danny. First of all, yes, that is the appropriate reaction when the fajitas are sizzling, unless, of course, it's going to a table that you're not sitting at which point you usually say to yourself, damn it, I knew I should have gotten the fajitas. I thought about it. I went with the burger instead, but now that I'm seeing the fajitas, like that I should always go with your gut. All right. Don't second guess yourself unless your gut, Danny, is telling you that 4 strands of hair over this will distract from the fact that you are as bald as the day is long. Yes, this guy needs to come home. He seems to have a pretty round head shape. He's already got the 5 o'clock shadow.
Yeah.
You've been handed everything you need to succeed in this life, sir. Just
Look
shave
at
your
how
head
bad that is.
and move on. And
Like,
next time you want to order fajitas alone because no one wants to sit next to a guy like that who's so detached from reality, right? Like, come on, brother. Those strands on his head look like Captain America trying to hold that helicopter. You know what I'm saying? He's just like fighting for his life. I got 4 strands of hair to cover all this real estate, dude. No, don't do it. Just buy some hats.
That's not a Chili's, Kevin. Okay, apparently.
What?
Now, I could have sworn that this was a Chili's, but we've got the expert,
Damn.
the Chili's expert in chat. He says, no, not a Chili's. All right. But as you can see, this thing blew up. He got like 145K likes, 9K retweets or quote tweets, whatever. Okay.
People love fajitas. You see what I'm saying?
And it's like, it's Jacksfilms, so he's a known entity online. His shit could blow up, his shit could blow up, but something about this, I don't know why it did, but I kept seeing it. And then I started to see people talking about, like, I can't believe that people would see this picture and think, oh, it's like there's a bunch of right-wing like narratives and shit going on with it where it's like he's celebrating the people invading our country, replacing white men. Okay. He's celebrating the fajitas.
What?
Can you believe that?
Yo, I love the internet.
A picture
man.
like this can warp into something like that. Now, see, those are just a couple posts that I saw that were talking about stuff like that. And then I'm rolling through the actual, just the comments, not the quote tweets. Okay. But the comments, and most of them are this old meme of Link from Rhett and Link. Most of them are just this. A bunch of those, here's a little gif of him dancing and doing it. Okay, we got Wojaks and stuff. But then the further you go down, you get a couple different ones. Y'all mind if a white boy speaks a little Espanol tonight? I like that. All right. Now, see, this person says something about it being a Chili's. Norwood stage 4 millennial dancing in a Chili's. Recommended treatment, euthanasia.
What is with all the Chili's hate, man? It's not the Olive Garden. Come on.
Here's a good one. Seeing a server bring a sizzling fajita plate to another table, wishing it.
That's what I'm saying. You just immediately regret. Boom! See, look at that. About 4 times a year, me and Alex Jones are on the exact same page. There's just one of them.
That's right. Okay. And did you see that? There's a fucking Pro Jared from last week. He's got a sizzling plate of fajitas too.
I can't believe. Well, no, I take that back. I can absolutely believe people got tuned up over this. This is a travesty. Shouldn't be eaten. Does he know, Danny, that there is a genocide going on while he happily eats these fajitas?
I'm surprised I haven't seen that fucking. Well, actually, Kevin, you're wrong. Okay, there is a ceasefire. No more genocide.
I'm sure there's one somewhere, dude. If we looked hard enough.
Okay, maybe you're right.
I'm pretty sure there's at least one going on.
There's a genocide on my lawn out back from all the. I have got moles or something, dude. I have to get some moles exterminated. They're genociding my lawn.
Oh, hey.
Can you believe that? That's like old.
Better save that for the second half so we can put you on trial with old Hank Piker. Out here. What are you doing?
I feel like that's such middle-age coded. Same thing with this picture of Jacksfilms right here. It's all middle-age coded humor. It's like I would make a moles attacking my yard joke.
Au revoir, go fair.
So old.
I was just kidding, Poland, to be honest with you. It's Red Lobster I have the problem with, all right?
Red Lobster? What's wrong with Red Lobster? You don't like the biscuits?
I'm not allowed to go there anymore because it's
You
apparently
ate too many biscuits.
Yeah, it's not cool to just order Diet Pepsis and eat cheddar biscuits all day while you pretend to peruse the menu. So, yeah, if I'm banned, if I can't have the cheddar biscuits, then nobody should have the cheddar biscuits.
That's right. You look at some of these quote tweets, okay, though. Look at this. Like, this guy says, this is what I'm talking about when people were saying that people were going crazy about this picture. He says, the replies, and it's a normal guy walking, and that says, this guy across the street's like, I loathe every person I see on the street. Look at that stupid asshole. See, I didn't see very many comments I didn't scroll forever, but I didn't see very many comments like that. Seemed like people were just, busting a middle-aged white guy's balls about being excited about fajitas.
I mean, that in itself is a thought crime, Danny.
What about this one? We're 3 days away from ICE referencing this meme over footage of Hondurans being dragged away.
Oh, okay. That's a pretty good joke. That's pretty. I mean, it's dark, but it's pretty good.
That's dark, okay?
Ooh. Honestly, I think pretty soon, Danny, this will be part of the Voight Kampf test because if you don't think fajitas are good, you are confirmed a Grok android. So be on the lookout to all those bots out there.
That's true. Okay, Kevin, since we have an episode about dogs and the treatment of them, in the second half, especially here, I thought this one was funny. When you can't even raise a dog when being a millionaire, laugh my ass off. They look at the AI overview of Jacksfilms. It says, no, Jacksfilms Jack Douglas does not have any children. He and his wife, Erin, have stated they do not plan to have kids, partly because of the difficulty they experienced in raising their dogs. I mean, amen, brother.
I guess it's good to have that level of awareness. I don't know, man. That's probably a win for all parties, Tip of the cap, dude. I see zero holes in that logic. So hopefully Hasan takes that same path and says, you know what? Yeah, maybe not.
Yeah, hopefully. Oh, goodness. All right. So there you go. Bald is beautiful, folks. That's the scoop for the week. That's the rub. That's the shine on the head of the bald man this week. All right. But we've got more. We've got more, folks. Okay. Do you want to see, Kevin, have you ever thought what it would look like being off Twitter for a year? Have you ever thought about that?
Yeah, I've thought about it. Yeah, definitely. You haven't noticed?
Well, Kevin, I mean, we could probably show your before and after pictures of when you were on Twitter, regularly last and now. And I would say that especially that laugh you just had, would show that you're in a much higher spirits, better mood. What a smile Kevin's got there, folks. Is that right? Ain't that right?
People think I'm radiating, but it's just the lighting in here. I can never figure it out. I'm not actually that
radiating.
Orange.
You're radiating.
It's my aura, actually. You can just see it through the screen.
I want to show you someone a case of what happens when you spend a year off Twitter. Okay, we can determine, us, the audience here, if it would be healthy for us maybe to take a little break. Think about the benefits your brain could receive, your brain and your whole body, maybe your whole well-being could receive by being off Twitter for a year. Let's see an example of what that looks like. All right. What being off Twitter for a year does to a motherfucker.
Okay.
Before we get into the this here, Kang up for the 5. All right, Jacksfilms
Woo!
should take a trip to Turkey, if you know what I mean. Now, okay, he's
Mhm.
American. Okay, you can't do the Hasan thing. All right, can't send him back to Turkey. All right, he's from here. Okay, Jacksfilms is American. No, I get what you're saying.
See, Danny, like me, is a confident bald, so we're not always in tune with where you can go get those transplants. But I would hesitate right now. He might not get let back in. Flying back in with a new head of hair, be like, I don't know, man. It doesn't look like you on your passport.
We know where you've been.
Get the hell out. You can go back to Turkey where you belong. God damn it. Thank you, Kang, for the 5.
Yes, thank you. Let's see what chat has to say here. Okay, we got a couple comments. Keffals looks like a transphobic. What?
I was about to go off.
Yo.
Oh no.
I think Keffals went to Turkey, didn't she? The turkey and the stuffing and the mashed potatoes.
That's uncalled for, Danny.
I can't make that joke till next month. Okay.
It's unacceptable.
That's not right. Say that, okay? That's not right. What happened to them? Well, she says, or they said, is it they? Is that Keffals pronouns? I don't know. Keffals says, I got really into weightlifting while I was gone. My squat is currently 220 pounds, Kevin. Do you know anything about like this? I'm not up on the numbers. Do you know the numbers? Is that good?
You know what I know, Danny? I know that if iDubbbz had just squatted that same amount of weight parallel and sent it to Sam Hyde, we'd be living in a completely different dimension. That's what I know. That's pretty solid, to be honest. You're not going to win any records or maybe even make the varsity football team doing that. But I don't think just your everyday Joe is out here squatting 220 on the regular.
Beefy.
So I feel like I should give some credit where it's due here. If that is a true statement, shouts out.
Poland said, "Can we see a before picture?" Yeah, let me go. I'll go to Keffals' profile here, and I'll go in their media, and we'll scroll back. You want to see a before picture?
A lot of Keffals fans in the audience, I see.
Oh,
That's good. You have come to the right place.
So here's your before picture, Poland. Holy God!
Oh.
This is, well, see, she's a liar, first off, or they're a liar, or whatever the fuck, because here, let me take this down real quick. We don't need those things up
Distracting
there.
you, huh?
Yeah, I can't tell. I can't see anything else.
What are we talking about?
I lost my train of thought. We did it.
Drool off. There you go.
She's a liar because she says what taking a year off Twitter does to a motherfucker. And then that picture I pulled up was June 3rd, 2025. So she was fucking pressing her boobies together and taking pictures for Twitter like just a couple months ago. All right.
And then there's this
dominatrix fart content. Okay. Do we need to have Dalton Pruitt on again? We're going to get into Keffals' fart porn.
You got to find your niche, Danny. That's what Gary V told me.
I think we might have talked about that with him. I think he might have been aware. I think Dalton might have been aware of Keffals' fart porn. He might have been the one to tell us about it. He's like, dude, I really like that. If you think these farts are funny, you should check out that Keffals lady's farts. Hit up that cameo.
I don't remember if that's true, but it is my headcanon going forward, Danny. Thank you for that.
Do you think there's anybody you can hit up on Cameo that will just fart? Like do a fart for you?
Well, there was, and may he rest in peace.
That's right. That's right. One for you, dude. I still got these.
I miss you.
Dagnalls that I had to buy that bottle for his fucking Mountain Dew and Jack Dagnalls.
Oh, I was like, what? You got some Malort over there?
And I hate that shit. It shit tastes like ass, dude. That's some of the worst shit, dude. Jack Daniels, that's not good. I can't say I'm much of a drinker, you know. I'll take a couple shots when we do the show. I enjoy it. Frees me up a little bit, you know. Lifts the spirits,
Like some
loosens
warm
me.
milk.
I like, yeah, I guess. I would never drink warm milk. But that's some of the worst shit
Just me,
ever,
though.
dude. Jack Daniels sucks my ass by itself.
Well, it'll do something, especially if you drink too much of it, you know.
My asshole puckers.
Never drink Jack Daniels if you had Chipotle for dinner. I'm just saying.
Sleek knows. He's already
Yourself a favor.
drunk typing in chat.
Uh-oh. What up? Welcome. This segment brought to you by Evan Williams.
This segment,
because it ain't Jack Daniels, brother.
This segment brought specifically for Sleek the Geek. Okay, this segment provided for Sleek. This is what 1 year off Twitter does to a motherfucker. Okay, I am cringe, but I am free. Okay, they're free.
Hell yeah, brother.
Well, there you go. Update
I really
Keffals.
enjoy, Danny. I really enjoy the announcements of departure and arrival online. It's one of my favorite things. Second favorite, honestly, and I think you see this a lot more on Facebook with the old folks than you see it on Twitter. But one of my favorite posts is the I just did a purge of my friend list, so if you made it, congratulations or whatever. And I'm just like, bro, who gives a shit, dude? Who cares? It's just, I love the announcement of the return to Twitter. Congrats on the year away. Get that squat max up, and let me know when you're at 250. All right.
Yeah, you know, I think I might. You made me think about something. I do see those posts every once in a while. That's like, if you're still here, if you're still seeing this, you made the cut. I think next time I see that post, I'm just gonna comment like, "Fuck you" or whatever, and see if I make the cut, if I get the cut. You know what I mean? Like, do you think you could ruin it all on that post when you see the post and it's like, fucking, you made it. If you're still here, you made it. I'm just like, fuck you, dude.
You just say, go ahead and add me to the list, and just, you know what, you pretentious dick, get me out of here.
No, some of the people I follow on Twitter, that would get me street cred if I did something like that. They'd be like, ooh. Oh, I like that guy. Good one. I like that. So there you go. Stay off Twitter, folks, and you'll get a nice new beautiful haircut. And what else was going on in that one?
My hair started growing back, you know. Just who'd have thought it was Twitter that did this to me? It was crazy. I got a full head of hair now. You guys just can't see it. I love hats that much.
No, I read Keffals saying some shit about she's got a normal job and is getting married or whatever in Ireland. I'm like, good for you.
Look, hell yeah, dude.
Good for you. I mean, that's how you should be. That's called normal. Finally, you've achieved normal. Okay. There you go. Just work on that. I think that works for you, you know, Keffals, if you're watching.
Shouts out. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
That's right. Okay. So there you go. Keffals. What up, Keffals? Okay. Now I have something classic to show you. Okay. And I don't think that I've brought this to the show before. Now, this is an old classic clip that I love and I think about frequently. It's like one of those that fires off every once in a while. And part of the reason why it's so close to home for me is because it literally is. It's Stark County, Ohio, Kevin. Where we're about to see our next subject. Okay. Have you ever heard of 2010's run for Stark County Treasurer, Phil Davidson?
No way. That's no shot. I think no. I don't know who that is.
Well, you're about to know who Phil Davidson is. Okay. This guy. Okay. And it says 2010. So this was like right when I was graduating high school. Okay. This guy inspired me to, you know, a career, an everlasting lifetime of public speaking here, Kevin. Okay. He motivated me to not only pursue stuff like this in college, but now here I am, fucking, years later. How long's it been since 2010? 15 years later, man. And I'm still doing my public speaking thing online with you right here, Kevin. Okay. All inspired by Phil Davidson.
Who needs to come home, by the way? That Caesar haircut ain't gonna keep it ain't gonna
What?
hold on. Look at that.
What? He's all right. He's got a couple years, right? Old Phil. I'm not convinced that it's not a toupee he's got going on.
This is the type of thing, Danny, you'd rather be early than late when it comes to this. You know, when in doubt, shave it out.
Oh, our executive producer still is asking questions about Keffals here. Oh, is she saying she grew her ass with squats instead of tweeting, and that's why her skirt is riding up? I think that's exactly what she was saying, Poland. Good. Very that's why you're the executive producer. That's why, right there, with stuff like that. Thank you. But anyways, let's listen to Phil, okay, dude? Phil, my inspiration, my muse. I definitely have that haircut. Well, shouts out to you, A-Cakes. Maybe he'll inspire you here.
Ladies and gentlemen of the Starr County Republican Party Executive Committee, good evening. And thank you, not only for your attendance, but for allowing me the opportunity to speak. My name is Phil Davidson.
This poor guy, dude.
Ohio's own.
Oh, man. Whew, that's tough. I think he's having trouble getting more than 3 words out before he has to check the script again. That's the key, really. Yeah, you got to practice. And practice in front of the mirror. Maybe do a funny voice, try out a few different voices. If you aren't sure what opening line to use, just do multiple opening lines until you find one that gets a laugh, and then you go.
I like to start out with your name. My name is Phil Davidson.
I am Phil Davidson. Like he was expecting the Highlander to pop up or something, and he's just like, like King Arthur's sword is gonna rise from the ground. I am Phil Davidson. And I am here to remove the sword from the stone and take my rightful place as king of this land.
That's right, dude. He is. He is. He's about to usurp the throne of Stark County Treasurer, all right?
And I am seeking our party's nomination for the position of Stark County Treasurer on November 10th. November of 2010. Excuse me. In terms of my background, I am from the village of Minerva.
Okay, now listen to this, okay? This is one of the more inspiring parts of this whole clip, okay? He starts to list off all the things that he's done, all of his achievements and stuff. And really it really hits home. His whole speech here, after you hear all of these accolades that he has, you'll really get Phil Davidson here. He really explains it right here.
Where I am serving my 13th year of elected service as a Minerva Council member.
He even had to read
in terms
that
of
part.
education,
Come on, Phil.
I have a bachelor's degree in sociology, a bachelor's degree in history,
All right.
a master's degree in public administration,
Yeah.
Hey, let's go.
and a master's degree in communication.
No, what? Come on, dude.
Of all things, he has a master's in communications. Can you tell, Kevin?
Bro, I was thinking that this poor guy wasn't forced to take 2 semesters of it in high school.
Oh,
I've seen 16-year-olds give better presentations about Batman comics. All right.
He just needs to shake the nerves, dude. He needs a couple shots of this Jack,
Yeah, or some Evan Williams.
That's right.
Contact me for advertisement deals. All right.
It seems like he took the wrong thing before he went out there and started to do his speech.
You
It's
get
like
a
he
little
went with
toot.
the uppers instead of, yeah. You need to relax, Phil. Okay. Seriously. And a master's in communications. I love the pause too. It's like a long drawn out
What else was it? Wait, shit, did I say which ones did I say already? Shit, you would think my master's in public speaking would prepare me for this moment, but alas.
In terms of elections across Starr County, I have represented our party twice on the county ballot. In both the primary and the general elections. When I ran for Starr County Clerk of Courts in 1996 and Starr County Commissioner in 2000, and I will not apologize for my tone tonight.
Ooh, you know, I think, Danny, this guy looked up like famous speeches and then didn't bother to look any further into the history. I think he might have been studying from the wrong playbook here. You know, if he starts to call people vermin and
it does sound like he learned it from like somebody in the WWE or something.
like this is like some like Mussolini shit right here, dude.
I will not apologize for my tone tonight.
I will not apologize for this haircut. This is, Roman kings used to have this haircut. It's not because I'm going bald.
Oh.
I have been a Republican in times good, and I have been a Republican in times bad.
That explains the screaming, doesn't it?
It really went from like, okay, he's like heating up to like he's off the charts. All right. Like he really blasted that one.
Yeah, he went from I'm a little nervous to speak in public to the Walking Dead are on the other side of that door, and you better shut up and listen to me now. It's very, very odd what's going on here, Danny. Is this some kind of ARG? Like, are we
It is very Howard Dean. You remember him, Kevin?
Yeah, this guy took the wrong notes.
I think that's who he got the notes from. It was like 2 years earlier. He saw Howard Dean do his thing.
He's like, if I yell loud enough and look like an idiot, I too can get a job at CNN.
I'm surprised this wasn't a more enduring meme. Okay, dude, this guy's great. This is good shit. Whatever happened to Phil Davidson, dude? Poland likes it. See, I knew she would. Little pause.
It is a privilege to
Albert
fight.
Einstein issued one of my most favorite quotes in the history of the spoken word.
Okay.
You say Howard
It is
Einstein?
as follows. In the middle of opportunity. Excuse me, in the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. I'm going to repeat that so I have clarity tonight. In the
One of
middle
my favorite
of
quotes.
difficulty lies opportunity.
Yeah, one of his favorite.
One of my favorite quotes that I screw up 3 words in and have to check my notes twice. Oh, poor guy, dude. Poor guy. I'm having like secondhand goosebumps from the cringe, Danny. I feel so bad. Like this is like when you go to support a friend at an open mic night and you learn in that moment that they cannot sing super good and you're like holding back the tears because of how cringy and awkward the moment is, but you're like, I can't even go up and order a beer right now. This could be real bad for me. That's how I feel for our dude Phil here. This is awful. One of my favorite quotes from Howard Einstein, and it goes as follows.
And then immediately fucking
hang on.
E equals MC cubed. I mean, shit.
E equals MC hammer. Hang on. Sorry. No.
But Polhan says, can you get this guy on the show? I mean, this is like this is the closest thing to being something we could actually achieve. Like, this guy's in Ohio. I might be able to get a hold of this dude.
Oh, this is great. Yeah. Maybe this guy can call us at some point, do a call in. I would love to get yelled at by this guy for 30 minutes.
I can't remember. This guy might have been on Tosh.0 or something around that time. This was definitely like that era. 2010 was Tosh.0 era. Maybe that's where I even saw this from initially. I don't really remember, to be honest. I just remember it being a, classic meme, but I could see this have probably been on Tosh.0 or something.
Let's go, dude. I would love another collaboration with a Tosh.0 with a subject of a Tosh.0 episode. I once made a short film with the average homeboy. That was quite an experience. A tale for another day, but let's go, dude. My infinity gauntlet of
There you go.
Tosh.0 subjects is missing a few stones. All right, Phil. So we can make this happen.
I remember that, honestly, now that you're speaking about that. Like a film festival or something?
Yeah, dude. 48 Hour in Cleveland. Got to work with the legend.
That Phil might have been around there too. He might have been one of the competing teams, dude. Is Stark County around Cleveland?
He probably was in it. He's just, I think I remember it was in black and white. He was doing like a General Patton thing. He was just yelling at everybody. It wasn't even, I think he drew rom-com, but he didn't care. I will not apologize for the tone of this film.
This is the opportunity we've been waiting for.
Okay.
Are they going to war with like Cincinnati?
It's a mess. It is in dire.
This is my favorite. This is my favorite line here.
The Stark County Treasurer's Office is a mess.
It's
It
a
is in
mess.
dire need of structure and guidance. And now is the time to seize this opportunity with an aggressive campaign and an even more aggressive campaigner.
Imagine how sweaty this guy's winter gloves are when he's fucking carrying on like this.
My God, especially if he's doing an aggressive campaign. If he's out there knocking on doors, just sweating it out in the streets. There's nothing more enjoyable for me than seeing this guy yell and have his voice squeak out on him, because that's the issue. Sometimes you just lose it, but it's really hard to represent yourself as the dominant authoritarian. What is this guy rolling for? He's like wants to be the accountant or something. It's hard to do any of that when you're like, and I'm a guy, and I'm gonna be the strong man that you need, and you're the cold-hearted bitch that I desire, or whatever. I don't know. Shout out to Saving Silverman. All right.
No, I sent Shadow a couple pairs of gloves in the mail because I wanted him to try it on because I'm trying to solve something. You know what I mean?
You're trying to tell if it's a fungus or not? Yeah, that's fair. I've done that.
I just need to see if the glove fits. All right. If the glove fits, try it on, Shadow. All right. I didn't say smell it. I need you to put it on. Okay. I'm trying to see something here.
And please return it in that same evidence bag that it arrived in.
Don't wash it.
Unrelated. Just trust us on that.
If nominated tonight, I promise each and every person in this room, I will hit the ground running, come out swinging, and end up winning.
Dang, dude. Yeah, he's going to hit the ground run. He's going to hit a lot of things, I think.
Hit the ground running, come out swinging, and end up winning. Wow.
And if I don't get the nomination, I'll be waiting for you punks in the parking lot, and I'll hit your ass running.
I mean, yeah, dude, it's like cutting a promo for some kind of like character on WWE.
This dude would be a world-class JV football coach for about 3 years until he get fired when they found out he was punishing students by putting them in a broom closet or some shit. But he'd be like, oh my God, shit, them boys having the time of their lives.
He's overqualified to be a high school football coach, Kevin. Okay, with all those degrees.
Oh yeah, I have a degree in communication.
Much overqualified. All right,
you get an A as long as you yell every word. That's how it works. The louder you are, the better you communicate. That's that Stark County education, brother.
So there you go. I'll give you here if you want to see more Phil. He's got a whole nother 2 minutes of a speech for you, but I just wanted you guys to constantly, I'm always thinking when somebody says something is a mess, the first thing that comes in my brain is, it's a mess. The Stark County Treasurer is a mess.
That's a mess. Dude, there you go. That guy, he should work. Did you say that already? He should work for the WWE. That's right, dude. He'd be the new ring announcer guy.
Yeah. No, that would be a good one. Old Phil Davidson. All right. See, the weird thing too was in high school, I had a health teacher and a coach whose name was Phil Davidson, but not this guy. I'm much less
good, because I'd be very afraid for you. I'd be grateful that you made it out okay.
But there you go.
No, you can't go to the nurse, Danny. God damn it, it's just dodgeball day. You can't just play dodgeball for 20 minutes like everybody else.
Oh goodness gracious! Do you want to see another potential bald, Kevin? Would you like to get into more balds today? Receding hairlines are like on the menu today, apparently, especially in this first half.
Yeah, it's good to know who will be welcoming into the council very soon. That's fine. I don't mind checking out some of the new recruits, seeing what they're up to.
Okay, good. So I want you to see what you can gather from this clip. Aside from, as you'll see, the top comment is watching him bald in real time. But I want to see if you can actually gain anything from this clip. Okay, something Big Bang Theory, something JOMHAWATCH, folks. Okay, we're already here. It's JOMHAWATCH.
Oh!
Look at that thing, dude. Look at that thing.
Woo!
Whoa, man, dude. That is. I've never said come home and meant it more than I do right now, dude. Come home, brother. Okay. Jacksfilms at least still has those like hairs that he can kind of like brush and it kind of looks like a comb over or something. You know what I'm saying? Ian got nothing.
Yeah, man, that is whoo. Yeah, dude. Gabe shouldn't have done him like that, dude.
Wait, what do we got here? Okay, I'm not even looking at the fucking chat. I mean, we got Sleek, Dive, Duck, Dip, Dive, and Dodge. Okay, he's got the dodgeball quotes. Then we got executive producer, Poland Spring. This would have been health class, Kevin, not gym. That teacher is why Danny is a pervert. What did I even say about Phil Davidson? I said he wasn't as charismatic as the one we just watched. Somehow it's the origin story of how I became a pervert. I wouldn't even object to that, to be honest. I'm not a pervert.
It's good to have somebody to blame it on. You know, you can just be like, hey, yeah, this was this guy. It was Phil Davidson.
I wasn't touched or anything. Okay, nothing happened. I don't blame Phil for nothing. He looks like an elf. Oh. All right, yeah, we could that is something, right? You could seriously watch a forehead is like a movie theater. Yeah, you could watch something on there. I mean, my whole phone screen could fit in that, free space right there. Cutting yours? You could fit your phone right up in there. Just fit right in on his forehead.
Yeah, it's time, brother. There's no other way to describe it. It is time, sir. Go find you some hats.
So let's watch one before halftime, and then we'll come back and get into some more shit.
I don't like the fucking religious shit at all. It's super, like, it feels super out of touch. Hey, that's also one of the reasons, by the way, guys.
This is cursed.
Why Big Bang Theory is, I think, a very relevant show to our generation.
Oh, he's who that show was written for. Okay, that tracks.
On Big Bang Theory having to deal with Sheldon's mom, who's like this religious nutbag, and none of them want to fucking, like, they're basically taking her on a tour of different churches and shit, and she's like, all right, without even acknowledging that they may have different beliefs, the mom was basically like, all right, let's all, like, sit down and pray. And it's like,
is this guy mad at a fictional character in a fucking sitcom, in a CBS sitcom?
So Big Bang Theory had an episode where Sheldon, who's the nerdy guy, right? The real nerdy. I mean, they're all nerds. What am I saying? He's the other. Isn't Sheldon the one that kind of looks like Ian? Is Sheldon the one from Big Bang Theory that kind of looks like Ian?
Oh my God. It could be one thing if, yes, he does. He's like the two of them combined. He's like what is the other one? Leonard. He's kind of got some Leonard in him too, I'm sure.
Okay.
But dude,
yeah, he does.
I don't know. I'm not liking this example. The one time maybe Ian might have said something that I could have been like, oh, you know what? Okay, yeah, some religious people, I give you that. I'm not a huge fan of certain folks in the way they represent their religion, but then he goes and he says, yeah, it's like they're this fictional character, this flanderized character on a 22-minute episode of a sitcom. Boy, wasn't she ridiculous. Like, dude, that's kind of like the whole point, dude. I'd be like me going on a Wednesday night and be like, dude, this Star Wars movie had lightsabers in it, bro. It was stupid.
Whoa. Okay.
Which is probably
We can
something I've
all
said
relate.
before. To
It
acknowledge
defines
my
our
own
generation.
hypocrisy, I've definitely done this, but it's Ian, so I don't feel like the hypocrite side of you cancels out when you do it to or about Ian. And that's me just applying his own logic. So checkmate, Baldy.
I love that. Yeah, I mean, he'd be more powerful if he was bald. But are we
That's right.
punching down? Is that what this is? Are we punching down? Holland
I
doesn't
mean,
like it. Severely
don't-
autistic, she says.
We don't have nearly as many Denny's patrons, so I think we're still punching up here.
That's right. That's right. Until that number is lower than ours, we can say whatever we want. That's the rules of the internet.
Hit the join button on our YouTube channel to become a Waffle House line cook.
That's right.
That's what we've decided to call our fans.
You're already doing the bad thing. You're already assuming that all of these people want to pray, number one, and that they believe the shit that you believe. And
so he's
it's
mad.
Almost like that's the point. He's mad that this character is doing
Made
the thing.
them
That's like the
pray.
point of the whole thing. It's like that's the point, dude. Yes. You are correct, Ian. This is how you are meant to feel about this character. Good job, buddy.
So you
We'll
saying
get you a
that-
Happy Meal on the way home.
Are you saying that we watch these sitcoms because things happen in them where they like try to teach us little lessons each episode that we should kind of like carry on with us? Is that like what the point of that is? Is that what they're doing when they write for those shows?
Probably.
Is that what I've been seeing when I've been watching, How I Met Your Mother, all the lessons I've learned from Barney Stinson.
Yeah. Dude, yeah, I got all my dating advice from that show, which honestly explains a lot now that we're unpacking this. Yeah.
Oh, and fair enough. See, all we needed was you on the show, Kevin, and we're not punching down anymore because
I've got you covered. Hey, I'll take it. You know what? That's good. And probably not inaccurate. So what do I got? I got nothing.
But very relatable. Like, we've all been invited to the heavily religious friend's household, and their parents are making you feel super uncomfortable. Like, not good.
Yeah, I've seen the movie
I don't
Red
like
State. It was neat.
Red State, yeah. Man, Red State's a pretty relevant movie to right now, isn't it? Like,
I
that's
fucking love Red State. Okay,
it's so old now. It's like
Kevin Smith tried to do a Quentin Tarantino. I fucking love Red State.
I mean, I'm with you there. But that's very relevant, 3 boys in high school. They're like, yeah, dude, what can we do this weekend? I'm going to drink and stuff. Let's get on Tinder and pretend we're 18 years old and get a old hooker to meet us in the trailer park. All right. And then we'll bang her together. That sounds like Ohio, dude.
I was going to say it, dude. I was going to see if you were going to say it, or if not, I was like, yeah, I mean, very, very realistic story.
Until you get to that. Well, no, the rest of the stuff's realistic too, like getting locked up in the basement of a church or whatever, and then like tortured and held at gunpoint, and then all the other things, I guess, that go on in that movie. Go watch Red State.
Yeah.
Anywho, we'll get to some more JOMHAWATCH, but it's halftime, folks.
Oh,
Speaking from experience, me and my buddies, I wish there was Tinder no, I don't. I take that back. I was about to say I wish there was Tinder when we were in high school, but I think that would have been a bad recipe.
I wish I could have gotten kidnapped by some cultists. Damn.
That's right. I wish I could have got date raped by a fucking hillbilly. Kevin got out of here quick on that one. Yeah, the R word doesn't fly very well. Anyways, folks, anywho, we'll do more Joma Watch. We've got shocking news, all of that stuff. But first, I want to thank the people that support us monetarily, like Kanga earlier in the show. What a lady. What a lady. Kanga. Jacksfilms should take a trip to Turkey, if you know what I mean. And he should invite me and Kevin with him. We'll document it, and I'll finally have the hair that I wanted, you know? I always wanted an afro. That was my thing, okay? I had a buddy. I had multiple buddies, actually, in high school that could grow out the fro. And I was very jealous of white man with a fro. You know what I mean? White man with a fro? I mean, I feel like that is me. I feel like I am white man with a fro. But, you know, the God said, no. You'd be too powerful if you were white man with a fro. So we're making you bald white man. And that brought me down to earth with the rest of you folk. But no, thank you, people that support us monetarily. But if you do not, and you're a lurker, you're a chatter, you're watching us in the replay, we appreciate you. All right. If you've been here tonight, thank you. Chat, as usual, you're doing great. Keeping me and Kevin laughing while we're going through our 2-hour hangout here on the Clout route. All right. But I have a section of people that I would like to shout out. I don't know what I was going for there. A section of people. Here's your section of people. It's called the shout out, folks. And those people are Pest, Cone Still, Headbug Inc., Kangalope, Kia Cat, Rapid Danger, and Sleek the Geek. Lots of you guys in the chat in there right now. So we appreciate you. But let's continue. Hash says, like a real fro or the Jew fro? No, well, what does that mean? Is a Jew fro not a real fro? Hash? Is this the Americanized Jewish hate that they're all talking about, Hash? Are you exhibiting this right now? Okay, a Jew fro is a real fro. All right. I'm sorry I had to be the one to tell you, but it counts, all right? And Jewish people are real people too. I'm just busting your balls. I mean, they truly are real people, okay? Not busting your balls there. But no, they weren't Jew fros because the guys that I'm thinking of weren't Jewish. They were just white man fros. Kevin, you ever know a white man with a fro?
Justin Timberlake and Lil Dicky, I think.
Right. It's
and
like
Will
that.
Ferrell in my fourth favorite Will Ferrell comedy, Semi-Pro.
Yeah, it was more like that kind of fro than a Jew fro. Although Will Ferrell, is he a Jew?
I am not sure.
Maybe we shouldn't speculate.
I don't check most of the time.
Yeah, well, maybe you should, Kevin. All right. It's like checking, you know, you got to check their age, right? So maybe you should check if they're Jewish too.
I don't ever have to check their age, Danny, but I know what you're saying.
Yeah, maybe I could have said that a little differently, but yeah. Yeah, I meant no harm. Yes, but like 2000s curly, fluffy white boy hair.
And
Steve Brule. What's that? Who's Steve Brule?
For your health.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. That's a Jew fro. Lil Dicky is the definition of Jew fro. Okay, so he's Jewish. All right, enough of the Jewish. Enough of that. Okay, we don't need to have any discussion about the Jews. We can just listen to Ian Joma hate Jews. That's just what he does. It's like a default mode for him now. Now that he's diametrically opposed to YouTube's biggest Jew, Ethan Klein.
You think maybe that's why he won't commit to shaving his head?
Yeah, because he's getting a little Reiki with it, a little third Reiki, you know? Yeah. That's right. Okay. Here, let's see. What else do we got? We've got lots of JOMHAWATCH this week. Okay. Got lots of JOMHAWATCH.
Oh boy.
Let's see. Anissa immediately making Ian start coping over Ethan and Hila's family. Oh, this was a good one. Okay. So we get a
What a headline.
demonstration. We get a demonstration of Anissa being a loving wife here to Ian. Hairline still looking great, but that aside. Do I have the right clip up? Yeah, I do. Okay, here we go.
Puppies and little creatures. Yeah.
This
Oh yeah. 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 If you have 3 kids, you actually should be spending time with them.
So she whispered something like, "Make fun of Ethan Klein right now." He's like, she's like, say something disparaging to him right now. Okay. I just brought you coffee. You've got to do it for me.
My favorite part is her, I assume, not realizing that her mouth is in frame so everyone can see that she's whispering something to him.
Yeah. Is anybody good at lip reading? She said the whole thing right there in frame.
Honestly, I'd prefer a bad lip reading video on it if I'm being honest.
That's right.
3 kids, 4 dogs.
3 kids, 4 dogs.
That's the sweet spot, though. You don't understand. That's the sweet spot. Yeah.
That gold tooth, man. That gold tooth and that hairline, dude. Maybe Poland's right. We're
Dude, it
punching
really
down.
does. It really does make him look like he's like a preteen. You know, like he looks like he's in middle school. You know, he's got the haircut that his mom made him get, and he's missing a tooth. And maybe that's a little old for missing a tooth. Maybe he's in the 5th grade. I don't remember. I've never lost a tooth. I was just built different, you know. So
Okay.
I was just born with a
Interesting.
mouthful of adult teeth. It freaked a lot of people out, but
That would be
whenever
freaky. You came
whenever
out like
humans,
that.
yeah, whenever they lose their teeth, I don't remember what. Insert that age appropriate joke here. He looks like a child, is what I'm getting at. A human child, which I am also. I was also at one point a human child.
Kevin came out the womb fucking smiling like denture style.
Just born with all my teeth. Don't ask any questions.
The pearly whites. He has a full fucking tooth smile when he came out. No screaming, just a smile. It's like that guy from fucking Courage the Cowardly Dog that like shaved him or whatever. Naughty dog. More dog abuse. Lots of dog abuse on this episode. I've been thinking about it lately, I guess.
I don't know, dude. Like, one child sounds like more than enough. If you want to spend time with the child, that is. If you don't want to spend time with the child, you know, and you'd rather podcast and harass people, I just think the time could be better spent. You know what I mean?
So this is
Yeah.
something I wanted to ask you about, Kevin. Okay. So think about the scenario here. Okay. You could be, who would be the perfect person? Who would be the what would be the perfect kind of job to have if you had a big family and multiple animals or whatever? What would be the best job to have? Maybe one where you only have to go to it 3 times a week and sit on your ass for a couple hours. You can also bring your dogs with you to work. It seems like Ethan Klein does all the time. But I think that his whole point here is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. He's like, maybe you should spend time with your family instead of podcasting. It's like, dude, regular people wish that they could go to work for 3 hours 3 times a week and spend the rest of their time with their family. He's got the perfect, literally the job to have if you want to have a giant family. He's also rich. He's making shit ton of money off of it, so he can pay for them and for anything they ever want. Like, his argument of you're podcasting instead of spending time with your family. What are you saying to a person that works 8-hour shift 5 days a week? Should they give it up too and get, you should figure out another way to earn money, man, because 8 hours a day, 5 days a week away from your kids. I mean, you should really be spending time with your kids. There's better ways to spend your time. You get what I'm saying though? Like, it's just the stupidest thing.
Yeah, 100. It's all vibes and grunts with Ian. Yes, 100%. I do agree with you, Danny. But I'm more concerned with something that Sleek brings up here. You can't be the white Hassan if you let your dog walk around. And I'm wondering, when was this recorded? Was this after Collar Fest? Because
Yes,
this also seems very performative. That
definitely
here we
after
have
Collar Fest.
Anissa being like, "Oh, look, our dog's not getting shocked. I can give him a treat. Look at this puppy. He gives me paw. That is a good dog, by the way. Look at that. He's giving paw. I don't see a treat. There better be a treat, or I'm going to start a grassroots online harassment campaign that says Anissa is a bad dog owner because she did not give this good boy a treat when
That's
he
right.
gave paw and shook hands like he was human. All right,
And we've
this
got
is
the footage.
unacceptable. We've
We've
got
the
you.
footage.
We've got you. She's in the corner cheesing, by the way. Like, you know who wrote and produced this segment, because she's just sitting there lapping it up, dude. Instead of giving that wonderful pooch a treat, give him a treat, damn it.
Harassing people, I don't think that's as worth it. It's not as value as walking a dog. It's not as value as playing with your child. And I know what's going to be said. Well, you can do both. You can play with your child and you can harass people. You can do it simultaneously. That's probably the thought process.
Yeah.
I don't
Ian's
think
never
that should
tried
be
to do
that.
two
I
things
think
at
those
once,
should
to be
be
fair.
individual. Like, you shouldn't be on your phone all the time when you're playing with your kids.
Dude, I love
He's
the
like,
dude.
I couldn't even learn to
love-
box and bathe at the same time, you know? So multitasking is
Yeah.
really a thing for me.
Yeah, we're talking about the dude for whom a 4 to 5 hour break in between practices wasn't enough time for him to wash his ass, but he's going to tell other people how they should raise their children. Dude, what is going on with this dude, man? It's a weird fetish these two have going on that they insist we all watch. And frankly, Danny, I am just ready for the divorce arc. That's all I can say about it.
Well, it might be coming, okay? We never know. But do you remember Froggy Fresh, Kevin? Do you remember Froggy Fresh from a couple creator clashes ago? He was a controversial fighter there where he had said some things about Anissa and her OnlyFans, as well as boxed a few times with the wrong guy. Maybe that other guy that hates Hasan Piker, that other guy that hates Hasan Piker. But Froggy
and
Fresh,
also love squatting.
that's true. That's true. Froggy Fresh, though, back. Okay. Well, not really back, but Ian and Anissa aren't done with Froggy Fresh. That's all I got to say. Or maybe Froggy Fresh and his wife aren't done with Ian and Anissa. I don't know which way you want to say it, but Rose tweets here has us another clip. Rose has been compiling all of the best iDubbbz clips, but listen to this one. He gets a little unfucking hinged with it. All right. Now,
It looks like a 12-year-old, dude. Look at him. Look at his face. Like, he's even got little stinker face. Like, I'm about to say something so epic.
I'm just a little stinker, aren't I?
Dude. What are those bangs, my guy? That's way worse than being bald, dude. Whatever you decide to do with that, that's so much worse.
He's just a little stinker, Kevin. Okay.
What
Come
are you
on.
doing?
But yeah, I think it's important to show you guys this because we
So
do
that
not,
this was drawn by
like, we do
Froggy
not wanna
Fresh's
fucking,
wife.
Like, we want to definitely like move on from these people, but they have not moved on from us. So, you know, we've been ignoring it for 2 years basically. And, you know, at this point, like, they want to be known. All right, you want the attention, we'll give it to you. Jessica Cassidy has been stalking us for 2 years.
Straight up.
She's been
Stalking?
making sock
Come
puppet
on.
accounts, chatting.
Well, she
all
drew
sorts
a
of
picture,
shit
Kevin,
on
okay? It's kind of
loads different
stalking, a little bit,
videos,
all
loads of
right?
different posts that we've
She's
made.
got to look at her.
when we were trying to do Creator Clash
And then
3.
We already know
Drawer.
Ian
posting,
doesn't know the
shit on
definitions to
there,
most words
on
that he
all those
uses, but
accounts.
still.
So yeah, it's been pretty fucking nasty to see. Obviously, we got to move on with our life, but you know, what are you gonna do? At least you guys know about it now.
Yeah.
He's like,
And
at
they
least
never
you guys
would
know
have.
about
They
it
never
now.
would have if you hadn't. So
She,
When?
that picture, okay, what he was looking at was Jessica, I guess, so that's her name, Froggy Fresh's wife, sending that illustration that she drew to Kate, the boxer guy, his former boxing coach.
His disgraced boxing coach's dumb as rocks wife, I believe is
Yes,
the title.
right.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what he said. Yeah. That's what he said. That's what he said, not Kevin. Kevin's just quoting him. But
No, I would only call Ian dumb as rocks. Yeah.
That's right.
Maybe Hasan.
That's right. But he says, well, at least you guys know now. That shit was all posted on Instagram. It's all on Instagram. Like the thing he was looking at was an Instagram post from Kate saying, well, you know, whatever. So like, yeah, nobody knows that they're just doing nobody knows that I'm getting stalked and all this unnecessary hate's coming my way. You know, nobody
I do
knows.
thank God for Clout Route. Otherwise, people wouldn't know that Hasan uses shock treatment on his dog. You know, we were out here breaking this news. At least now you guys know.
At least you know now, guys. He's such
How
a
is she not
dummy.
embarrassed? Well, she creates a lot of sock puppet accounts, so a lot of the cases she hasn't used her name.
How do you even know this?
But
she has sock
I
puppet
think she's gotten
accounts.
more and more bold with it. I think she was probably hoping by saying, "Hey, I was in proximity of Ian and Anissa at a fucking Denny's at one point. Like I have all like I'm believable."
Why
in
is it
my
always at a
stories."
Denny's?
Yeah,
it's like,
everything, every
no,
major
you're actually
moment in
just
this guy's
proving
life
how
happens at
fucking
a
psychotic
Denny's.
and weird and creepy you are. So, and it didn't really work, you know, like she essentially came out and was like, I don't know, just like weird stories that only matter to her. There was something about like opera. She was like, Anissa said that she sings opera professionally or some shit like that.
Well,
And it
Anissa
was
probably
like,
lied
what?
like a
No?
bitch. She said she was in pornos that she wasn't in, dude. I mean, are we surprised that she said I'm an opera singer too? It's like, oh, I got famous on YouTube by doing
She's like, I'm actually Celine Dion. That's me, actually. I'm the voice behind her. So there you go. Wow. I mean, what a good friend to have. She really is perfect for Hasan when I think about it. Like that's what the universe needs is the Joma divorce arc and for her to become Anissa Piker. Lock it in, folks.
Anissa Piker. I mean, maybe Anissa can help raise that poor dog that we're about to look at. Okay. Maybe that is what the world needs. Maybe the world to heal needs Anissa and Ian to get away from each other. Ian can become a incel again and start that stuff up again. I mean, he can really do a good content cop again once he's an incel.
I mean, that or he could be a middle manager at a Domino's, whichever one he's more comfortable with. I won't tell you which one I think is the better idea.
I was going to say, he can't fucking flip a pizza. What are we talking about, Kevin?
Maybe it should just be for fun from now on. You know, nothing wrong with it.
But
Like
anyway,
and subscribe. All right. We do this for fun.
That's right. Are you ready to hear the Yelp heard around the world, Kevin?
Speaking of fun, yes, let's dive into today's major story, which is, of course, animal cruelty.
Jesus.
Turn those notifications on for more upbeat topics like this.
The animals really have been getting the short end of the stick lately, you know? Like last week we were talking about that guy that wanted to bang all the animals, and then this week we got Hasan fucking frying his poor pup and throwing them and yanking them and whatever else. I mean, I sent Kevin.
And somehow they're both friends with the Jomas.
I sent Kevin like 10 pictures today of Hasan just manhandling his poor 500-pound dog.
It's like, look at this prop. Don't you love this dog? It's so cute.
I just saw some of those pictures. I'm like, what the fuck? Who holds their dog like that? When your dog is like 200 pounds, dude, we're not trying to carry it like a baby anymore. I'm sure that's not good for anyone.
The kind of people who hold their dog that way are the kind that don't give a shit about the dog, and it's all for the Instagram hearts, baby. It's all for that engagement. I for one am shocked. I for one am shocked to find that Hasan is so shallow and hollow that he would actually own a living being and just use it as an ornament. I never would have seen that one coming, Danny. There's no way that anybody could have seen this coming with someone who we thought was such a good and honest person like Hasan Piker. It really is shocking. You know, it's
Isn't
always
that-
the ones you suspect, right, Danny? It's always the ones you suspect.
Yeah, isn't that what all rich people do though? They use other people as their amusement. And he's just using his dog for amusement, you know, and us. I mean, he set this whole thing up. He knew that if he shocked his dog live on the internet, that he'd be the biggest topic for like 2 weeks. This is just press for him. You know what I mean?
So he can just say, this is the right-wing media. There you go, Danny. You're
The
alt-right
Israeli
now.
government.
By the way, welcome to the alt-right, Danny.
The Israeli government is funding a campaign against me. All right. They planted my dog's a Mossad agent. They planted it. Okay. They gave it to me for free at a fucking dog shelter.
I'm with Cakes here. Love dogs and dislike Hasan. So this is going to be smooth sailing for the next 45 minutes, gang.
All right. So the Yelp heard around the world, folks. Let's watch. Let's see what happens to poor Kaya here. All right.
Of all of America's much more consequential violence. Okay. It's the same reason as to why America, Kaya, please just fucking go. Just stop.
Just stop.
So
This is what he's a child, dude. He's a man child. You can hear it in his voice. Who talks like that to a dog? Children.
everything
Just
happens
stop.
in
You're
this
so
15
annoying.
seconds. It's such a short burst of like everything happening right here in this 15 seconds. Because
Stop
yeah,
the
he says
dog.
you're annoying, whatever, but then he does all the alleged stuff here too, the shocking, the not caring, the whatever. I want to see it from the top though, because it is so funny how he rolls right into just berating his dog. Like he's talking about some violence, he says, and he's blah, 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 blah. And then straight into Kaya. What the fuck? Okay.
Yeah.
Come
Dude,
on.
This is all right. I'll let you play the clip before I
Of
before I just
all of
unload
America's
a rant.
much more consequential violence. Okay. It's the same
100%.
reason as to why America, Kaya, please just fucking go. Just stop.
Just stop. You're such a baby.
Jesus
Oh.
Christ. What are you doing?
Oh, you're
being
a
such
dog.
a baby.
Dude, first of all, like anybody who lacks an understanding of dogs to this level, no memes, all jokes, all bullshit aside here, this dude should not own a dog. Like if you're gonna get upset at a dog for being a fucking dog, like that is just lame as hell. Like you're having her sit still for 8 to 10 fucking hours, and then it's her problem when she wants to get up and stretch. Not to mention, so I learned this one the hard way because I was a young man, owned my first dog in my early 20s, a bit of an idiot back then, for some of you may not know. And I named my beloved over the rainbow now puppy dog, Newt Dog. All right. One of the goats, one of the greatest of all time. You'd be hard pressed to find a better dog. But my dumb ass
Good guy.
I named him Newt without thinking that when I am losing in an online video game, my go-to is like, dude, what the fuck? So I'd be like, dude, fuck, dude, shit. Poor little buddy over there just trying to hang out at the edge of my bed. He would get stressed out. He'd be like, why is dad yelling? Like, and it kind of sounds like he might be yelling at me. And so, you know, I had to change that behavior. And sometimes it was just, you know, just open the bedroom door, just let him leave. You know, he don't want to be around. Dad's stressing out. Like, I feel like a real dog owner would understand why the dog is getting up and moving as you are yelling at the TV. Believe it or not, Hasan, Hank, genius. The dog doesn't understand that you're streaming right now. I know you've tied a leash to its bed so it can't move for 8 hours, but that doesn't mean it actually knows what's going on. So the whole thing is just
Isn't that interesting? He actually explained that whole bed situation as Kaya has this is the part of the training apparently. Kaya has an elevated bed where he had at one point, I don't think he does it anymore. It's not in this clip or whatever, obviously. But when he had explained it, Kaya has an elevated bed so that she can't get down off of it when she has her leash on. So perfect design for her to sit in the background of his stream for 8 hours because she literally can't move. Now he's trained her into this place or whatever, where she knows to go to her little spot and frame behind him or whatever. And she knows to stay there. And she knows not to really get up and move anyways, or he'll freak out like he did in the clip. But yeah, that was definitely like, you know, people can argue. I think people can, at least at the time that this clip came out, just this clip, people could argue, oh, well, I don't know if it was a shock or if it was the dog hurt herself or whatever it was. You could argue maybe that he didn't actually shock her here. And like I said, this was just when this just one clip was out. But it seems like the internet has not only proven that there's shock involved to some extent here, but he's shown the thing. People have sleuthed it. His friends have said some things. Like, it seems like he's pretty cooked on the whole whether he uses a shock collar or not. But I think all of that aside, you just watch this part, this 15 seconds, which we're going to watch again before we get into more of the clips. But you just watch this part and you can see that there's just some callousness here to like a dog that typically a dog just walks around somebody's house whenever they want. People want to make this argument, oh, dogs lay around all day anyways. Yeah, they do, but they get up and go over there and lay down. And they get up and go over there and drink from their bowl. Then they get up and go over there and they lay down. You know, it's weird, a weird life for an animal to be living just relegated to one spot for not, I mean, how do we know it's only 8 hours? Where does Kaya go when he goes to bed? Probably
I'm sure
right there.
she gets free roam of the house while he's asleep, I'm sure. Yeah, Dan, that's what I was saying to you pre-show. Like, there are prisoners that get more yard time than this poor dog. Like 2/3 of her day are mandated for her to be in a little, what is that? Like a 4x or a 6x4. I don't even know. It's not a big bed. And yeah, it just a lame thing. The kind of thing you expect from Hasan. I feel like, honestly, if you've been paying attention, this all tracks to me. I'm not surprised by any of this in the slightest. Unfortunately, maybe he'll just be tired of the drama and give this dog to a good home. You know, maybe there's also a bit of a tell when he's like, you guys are talking about the world's best trained dog. Like, bro, I don't think that's the defense that you think it is. You're almost kind of like proving the point. Like, oh yeah, no, she knows better. She knows better to get off that fucking bed. What are you talking about? She knows there are consequences.
Let's watch the subject matter one more time, and then we'll hear some people explain, some people's takes, some memes, all the shit.
Of all of America's much more consequential violence, okay? It's the same reason as to why America, Kaya, please just fucking go, just stop.
Just stop. I mean, that little bit, I feel like, just tells you everything you need to know.
Just stop.
Just stop.
All right, stop.
He sounds like, oh my God, like what it's a dog, dude. Well,
and a lot of people took issue with the whole, your dog yelps, don't you go see what was up? You know what I'm saying? And I guess he sits there and he looks for a while. I mean, he stares behind him and looks at her for a while. So you could say that he took a second to make sure she is fine or whatever, you know, from across the room, I guess. But you know, just, you know, not only us, Kevin, but a lot of the internet took a little issue with the way he treats dogs, or at least treated his dog here. Now, here is supposedly the proof that Hasan did not shock the dog, and his whole explanation to that little clip that we watched a bit of. Okay, so the tweet says, "Here you go, you freaks." This goes out to all the freaks that thought he shocked his dog. All right, let's watch.
This is the one that people are talking about.
Now look at this thing good. Look at this thing good.
This is the one that they saw. It has the capacity to vibrate.
It's real easy to see, isn't it?
And that's it. Are you happy? That's it.
Weird that it took a whole day to do that, right? You would think
Well, and
if you really were out to disprove it, if you really had nothing to hide, seems like you don't have to wait a whole day and then cup it in your hand, like you got an extra pair of dice and you're cheating in Yahtzee. Not that I didn't pull that out of any personal experience or anything, but sometimes people get tired of their grandma always winning at Yahtzee and they keep a couple extra dice in their palm. And he looks like a young, somehow still balding already Kevin, about ready to cheat in a game of Yahtzee against his grandmother, is what I'm trying to say. You guys force that one out of me.
You ever hear this line, Kevin? Kanga with the 5. Shouts out Kanga. I want to be a baller shot caller. 25 years since the second anti-fada.
Caller, yes, dude.
I think I've heard that one. Right? Yeah, I've heard that one, Kanga. But no, he holds it up here, and you've got super sleuths across the internet zooming in, comparing it to other ones online and everything, and blah, 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 blah. And a lot of people saw this and said, it looks like Hasan tapes the back here and has converted it into just a vibrating collar instead of a shocking and vibrating collar that is like normally. Now you can see that he's tampered with it in some sort of way, but it's mainly his explanation that we take here where he says it only functions to shock. Let's listen.
It has the capacity to vibrate.
That's it.
Are you happy?
That's what she said.
That's it.
That's it.
I think.
Good. There's the air tag. There's the fucking vibrator. It also has a flashlight component to it at nighttime. And it also has a tracker on it when she gets lost. If she were to actually get fucking lost.
Because the air tag doesn't work, but you got it on there anyway.
You are able to, it emits a sound. Okay.
So there you go, Kevin. Disproven.
This is the one.
Logic.
This is the one. All right. Now, Sleek said he sent me some pictures. We'll get to that because we're going to get to more of Hasan's the patterns of how he treats animals here. Okay. There is some of that, but I just want to finish out this whole thought here where he thinks he says he's disproven. Okay. It vibrates. That's it. He said, we saw it twice. It has the capacity to vibrate. That's it. All right. All right. So he said that. Now, one of his best friends and person frequently over at his house, person he does a podcast with at his house weekly. Okay. Cutie Cinderella, who we've heard of before on this program. Cutie Cinderella defends Hasan at the Faye's house, claims Kaya's e-collar had a shock function before prongs were removed. So it has the capacity to vibrate. That's it.
I feel shocked, Danny.
I'm shocked. Let's see what Cutie has to say.
No, there's no shock. Like the electric prongs are taken out of it.
But here's my thing, right?
Like it's only a vibrate. Like there's a setting for vibrate and there's a setting for shock.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
So there's only since the prongs are in it.
Cameraman's giving it his all or her all.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like they could have just put them both in the frame, but he's like, nah, dude, nah. We're gonna. Whoosh. Okay, now back to you. Whoosh. Why do they have that second giant ass shoulder rig? Like you would think, just go stand on the other side. I mean, maybe they don't have a producer. Okay, I'll give him a break. But
not everybody.
Cameraman about made me seasick.
Like us.
That's right. Where would we be? You should have gone wide. Thank you. See, Sleek's on my side here.
You should have gone wide. But so yeah, Hasan says that the collar has the capacity to shock. That's it. Okay. And then Cutie says, well, he removed the prongs. It did shock, but now it can't. It can only vibrate. Now, if that were the story, you'd think he would say that too. You'd think if you're holding up a thing to prove everyone wrong, and it's clearly tampered with, you can see it. He's showing it. He knows that it's taped or whatever on the back. He's showing it. People are going to scrutinize that. Why don't you say then, hey, I bought one. It was a shock collar. Maybe I didn't like the fact that I was shocking my dog, so I decided to remove the prongs. Or maybe, like, I don't like the idea that he never said anything about the shock thing and then just expects everybody to believe that it only vibrates or whatever, blah, blah. Just why don't you tell the truth from the start to avoid all this speculation, all the internet going wild about it, whatever. Cutie just sells him out here. So funny though, because she's like trying to be a friend, she's trying to like, well, Hasan, it's not that bad, okay? Like, this is it. This is what it is. It's a shock. It was a shock collar, but it's not a shock collar, She's trying to cover for him.
It's not enough to kill him, It's like,
but
well, she probably didn't have good instructions. Okay, Hasan didn't tell her exactly what to say, and
that's right.
I mean, you gonna trust her to improv?
I guess not. I guess not. So there is all of that, because like one of his biggest detractors was Moist Critical had came out like almost, the next day or whatever after this had all happened and after people had hashed it out, and Moist Critical comes out and he does his little video. You guys can go watch it. It's called Crazy Day on Twitch, Penguin Zero. Go look it up if you want to go check it out. But he makes a few arguments. His main points were that the place command that Hasan had always referred to, like Kaya sitting in her place, that's what he's been taught by the dog trainers. That's what he's trying to do with Kaya. One of Charlie's points, Moist Critical, he said that the place is supposed to be a comforting spot and not a punishment. And I mean, people can argue about whether that was a punishment spot or a comforting spot, but when he turns around and says, Kaya, what the fuck? To me, it seems more like a stress-related, punishment than a comforting, Kaya, please go to your spot. That's where you need to be kind of thing. No. He's yelling at her when he's saying it. So it's like, I don't know how it could be comfortable for her, but Charlie says that the dew claw thing doesn't match the footage there. So one of Hasan's other excuses were when Kaya gets off the bed and then gets back on and yelps at the same time as his little off-screen grab or whatever. Hasan says that was Kaya hitting her dew claw, which is like a claw, I guess, that's further up the leg, right, Kevin?
Yep.
So he claims she yelped because of the dew claw. Well, Charlie says the footage doesn't show that out. So I don't know if I believe that. But Charlie's biggest point, and the one that I thought was interesting, especially after hearing what Cutie says here, it is a shock collar with the prongs removed. Charlie's biggest point was, why didn't Hasan show the collar the same day after the incident when he's getting all these chatters and all these people online saying this shit? Why didn't he prove it then? Why didn't he prove it on the stream? And when you've got a shock collar, Kevin, on your dog, and then you don't want to get found out, you don't show it that day. And then after stream, you remove the prongs and then you tape it with some black tape. And then tomorrow you're like, here's the thing that I had with the prongs removed. And then Cutie lets the cat out of the bag, and she tells the truth. I'm led to believe, after all that information, that it was a shock collar. I didn't even want to believe that he was doing it in that clip. Like, I was pretty convinced that like people are making a big deal about it. She just hit her dew claw or whatever. Like, people are just being ridiculous like they always are. But when you add up all the information here, when you add up all that stuff that I was just talking about, you could really paint the picture. He had a shock collar. He removed the prongs. He taped it up. He showed people, hey, here's the thing. And then Cutie told the truth to everybody. I mean, like, that seems more likely to me than anything that Hasan's tried to put together. Oh, I was reaching off screen for my Zins. That wasn't me touching the button. Oh, it was Kaya's dew claw. This, that, and the third. He's got like a different excuse for everything. But when you think about it for a second, it's like a normal person is going to put those pieces together and think that you had a shot collar, Hasan. Just is what it is. But here we've got a decent time here. So here is Hasan talking. Or actually, fuck this clip. We don't need to hear Hasan talking about what Charlie said, you know.
He said, I can summarize it for you. He said, Charlie should have DM'd me directly. I love when folks do that. As if he doesn't make his own money by talking about other people whenever he wants, as much as he wants. Like, he doesn't apply that. Oh, I'm about to talk shit on Ethan today. Maybe let me DM him first. Like that. I hate that concept of, oh, we've met once before. We have similar numbers of subscribers, so therefore you owe me the courtesy of DMing me, because I'm totally going to tell you the truth anyway. So yeah, it was just another idiotic cope from the king of playing the victim, which is Hasan Piker.
They've definitely made some good memes out of this, though. I've seen some Raiden ones, some like Pikachu Thunderbolt ones. Here you've got Eustace, stupid dog. You made me look bad. From
I tried to make one with Palpatine, but I just skill issue. I couldn't get it right.
Do you get this one? I'm not even sure what this is from.
Oh, I get that one. Yeah, dude, because my brother is a badass at Clash Royale. That looks a lot like a Clash of Clans or Clash
Royale. Okay, I know this one. Now that's Pikachu. So yeah, there are quite a few good memes out of that.
Dude.
But
roast this clown.
Let's see. So let's hear Hasan cope a little bit about the haters, and what they think about how he treats his dog. Okay, here is Hasan with the 4-camera view. Okay, isn't that professional? With the dog on his lap, because he loves his dog, Kevin. Okay, he's trying to express he loves the dog. All right.
This is what humans do when they love their dogs, right? Like even this is a self-report. He's so dumb, he doesn't realize how dumb he is. You know, like he's got so much misplaced confidence because he's had damn near everything handed to him in life, despite not being particularly good at any of it. Just because of his connections, he constantly has failed forward. And so now he has this huge inflated ego, like he's some fucking savant, like he's some kind of smart guy in a world full of dummies. And here he is, Hasan Piker, just casting pearls among the swine. And he thinks that we're all too dumb. Oh, this is what human do, right? When human love pet, big pet sit on lap. That make people less angry. Like, dude, you're such a moron. And a pathetic one at that, too.
Well, save it, Kevin. Okay, save all the moron talk for after he says what he's about to say. All right. Let's hear it.
Your haters want you to be reactive to the dog, which is the number one thing you don't do. Caesar Milano literally had an episode about this. I know. I know. My haters are causing me to be more reactive to my dog when she's being spoiled, and then train her in the opposite direction, train her into thinking that she can just like get my attention by crying in the background.
Like your dad? Okay? I wonder where she learned that behavior.
But what are you going to do? Fuck it. I'll just
maybe I'll get more attention if I just whine about shit.
I've worked very, very hard on to reinforce now that
get the microphone out of your mouth.
Thinks I'm fucking abusive unless I,
Jesus Christ,
let my dog do whatever she wants and then run the show like this. I have a good friend of mine that used to be Van's producer back in the day. Back when he was in the look, see, spot training is already failing because I already let her fucking
spot training's failing, dude. She's off the bed.
I already let her do whatever she wants now. See, this is how it works. Okay, she expands on the readily available confines,
and she's of no use to me if she's not a prop. Didn't his mom walking around the house all day? The dog doesn't have to be in there with you, you scumbag.
Even if your mom's not there, it's like why? What I don't understand is why it couldn't be a thing. I get that he wants to train her in some sort of way, but like, you also train your dogs not to like tear up stuff in the house, not to chew on the furniture, not to chew up your shoes. Like, you train your dog to do that kind of stuff too. I don't understand why Hasan's dog has to be trained to be relegated to a spot in his house behind him, perfectly in frame for his stream. When you could just train Kaya not to like eat stuff or chew your house apart to cause chaos in your house while you're streaming. And then you could just leave your gate open. And then your dog can roam your house like a normal fucking dog, like a normal dog owner does with their dog. It's not like normal dog owners just fucking lock their dog in one room every day for hours and hours. I mean, you know, some people lock their dogs up in cages and stuff while they're at work. And I would say that that's not a great thing either. But sometimes like people don't have any other choices. Oh, I've got to go work an 8-hour job, so my dog needs to be in the cage while I'm gone, whatever. Hasan is sitting here. Hasan's at his house. His dog is in the perfect situation to be free and do whatever the fuck they want. Okay? He is at work, but work happens to be at home. So his dog doesn't need to be locked up in the cage or whatever. Obviously, Kaya's not in a fucking cage, but is relegated to a fucking little elevated mat here or whatever. Like, you have other options. Your dog could just go be. You make enough money where you could hire a fucking maid that could watch your fucking dog and clean your house at the same time. It's just shit like you're doing unnecessary shit, like using your dog as a prop and then getting mad that people are criticizing the way you treat your dog.
Yeah, it's mind-blowing. Like, I could understand, okay, if she's going to be in the studio with me while I'm recording, I'll, lay down, go to place. But then if she decides to get up and go get some water, like, just go around. It's crazy. Like, I agree. A lot of people have said the same thing or similar things to what Ass Cakes is saying here. This house is just as much my dog's as it is mine.
Yeah.
I think that's the way that most dog owners or pet owners would feel. Maybe there are certain places. See, that's the thing. I'm maybe a little too lenient for some. My dogs were always allowed on the furniture, but to be fair, like, I don't have top of the line stuff that I care that much about. To the point where I'm worried about a scratch mark or a stain or whatever. So for me, all bets were off. Like, the pets are allowed on the furniture, and I can understand if you have a rule against that or something. But dude, to make a dog that is not known, it's not like you went and got a small dog with short legs that already doesn't move, that would willingly want to lay around all day. You got this big breed. Like, these dogs need exercise, and this is the time in their lives when they're most active. And it's just like, I don't know, man, all of that just so you can get some awe points online. It's just the most Hasan thing ever. And it makes perfect sense to me. I'm not surprised by this. I feel bad for those who are.
Do you want to hear about Kaya's training? Here is Hasan speaking on exactly what kind of training he's trying to do with Kaya. This is a little old, actually, so this has been a thing he's been doing, I guess.
And also one of the parts of this training is also supposed to put her, like, we're using the elevated bed.
I kind of talked about this earlier.
And one of the things with the elevated bed is that she has a leash on right now on the elevated bed, so she can't like really get off of it. So she now knows to sit in place for hours and hours on end. And all.
So there you go. His exact explanation. I locked her. I chained her to this. It's like fucking what creepy Ohio guys do to those poor women in their basements or whatever. It's like, he kidnapped the dog and then chained her to the fucking heater downstairs in the basement, and they can't ever leave.
Well, to be fair, Danny, she has her own shipping container that's about the size of a double wide, or at least half a double wide. So I don't know why there's a problem.
Yeah, right. So there he is himself describing his training, which sounds just stupid and like borderline abusive to me anyways. The idea of like, I've leashed Kaya to this spot where she cannot move for hours on end. I mean, if we're talking about anything, if we're talking about person, this would clearly be a violation.
Like, bro, just get a fish tank.
Yeah,
You know, a fish tank would
those
fit
don't
right
have
there.
to go for a walk.
You could put a couple of cool lights
Hamster.
around it. It would be better. Like, it would serve your purpose better as far as like something cool in the backdrop for you. And then you don't have to electrocute it when it gets out of line. You know, you just drop a couple flakes in, you know, have your mom or somebody else do the maintenance and clean it. But yeah, why just get a hamster or some shit? If you need it to stay still,
That's right.
don't get a massive dog, you idiot.
Yeah.
You jabroni.
Here is another pretty recent clip, actually, where Hasan has some sort of this must be some political lady or whatever. It always is. Some sort of
Some damn
political,
liberal looking out
Some
for
god-
dog rights. What the
goddamn
hell?
lib.
You
some
pathetic
goddamn-
leftist.
Some goddamn libtard he invited up in his house, and she decided to talk all this shit about the way he trains his dog. Okay. No, but listen. Okay, this is from somebody else. This is not from Hasan. This is somebody else seeing his dog, petting his dog, being around his dog, something someone else besides Hasan thinks.
And now it's mainstream. I love her. I think her collar's too tight.
Well, it's here we get.
Well,
It's a what?
It's- you have to be able to get 2 fingers, and I couldn't even get
It's,
one. I think you're choking.
Well,
me.
it's a shock collar, so we want to make sure it's all nice and tight because we
Well,
can't have
isn't
her
that-
not feeling it.
Isn't that it though? Isn't that it? It sounded like he was about to say it. Like it's a shock collar. And yeah, you got to have it tighter or else the prongs won't touch the dog to be able to shock it to begin with. She says you're supposed to be able to fit 2 fingers in there and she can't even fit one. I mean, this is a choker. This is like a fetish item that he's got on her. It's like he took it from, you know, he took it from the sex dungeon and decided to just smack it right. Hey, that'll work.
Got this from my buddy Zed.
Right, exactly. And when you think about the idea that, like, okay, she's wearing a shock collar here, and he showed the collar that he tampered with that used to be a shock collar or whatever. I don't even see any excuse why he would have a collar that was formerly a shock one that he just took the prongs out and used as a vibrating one because he's richer than fuck all. Why does he need to bother with fucking tampering with the fucking original shock collar so much that he has to now get black tape to put over it to keep it together or whatever? Why would he do that? He's the richest fuck. He could just fucking go right on Amazon, beep, beep, boop. And he's a Twitch streamer. They probably have like express 1 hour shipping to this motherfucker. Okay. He literally just has to beep, boop a new collar and he can have a vibrating one if he didn't want to use a shock one. Cause he thought, oh, I don't like the way that Kaya reacts to this shock collar I bought, or I don't want to use a shock collar anymore. He could just buy a vibrating one. But instead he tampered with the one he had that did shock. And that's what he showed to everybody. Why? Why did you do that? Why didn't you just buy a new one that just vibrates? Because I don't think that you were intending on using just a vibrating one. I think you were intending on using a shock one the whole time till you get caught. Then you got to fucking rig it up and you got a day to do it. You know, it happens one day and then the next day you decide to show it. So you don't really got a lot of time to do whatever. Okay, we'll just fucking pull the prongs out. I don't know. I just don't. I think I've been convinced that he's shocking the fuck out of his dog with all these clips, dude. I can't fit 2 fingers under his collar. Why else would he have the collar so tight? What other reason would you have? You're either torturing your dog willingly, or you have it tight for the function of whatever collar you have around him. Am I right or am I wrong?
That would make sense to me. Yeah,
Because if you got to be willingly tightening the collar then to choke the fuck out of the dog, right? If it's not for a purpose, it's weird.
yeah, I mean, it's definitely. I mean, to me, this is one of those interesting situations where you can argue that a lot of the evidence would maybe be circumstantial. Like it's not cold hard, caught red-handed type
It is
stuff.
kind
But
of
to
like
me, it's
ghost
pretty
hunting.
obvious what has happened here.
It's
And
like cryptid hunting.
yeah, exactly. But I feel bad, a salute to all the troopers who sifted through hours and hours of what I imagine has to be some of the worst content that any live streaming platform has to offer, just looking for subtle sleights of hand to find proof that this guy was in fact shocking his dog, because he couldn't just own up to it. He can't ever own up to anything. I think maybe somebody in chat, forgive me, I don't want to miscredit, but essentially I think, yeah, it was Ass Cakes, that he's got his whole audience trained to do this same thing, where it's just deny everything, deflect. They see it as weakness, as he said here. If you admit to being wrong about anything, so any nuance, like if there's any nuance to any feedback, if you're like, well, you're a fence sitter and all this stuff, you just can't have it. You're either all in for the team or you're a piece of shit fascist and somehow a Zionist at the same time. You're like the boat. You're like a Nazi Zionist, which is definitely not an oxymoron.
See, I think this one's going to radicalize you the most, Kevin. Okay. This one was like all the other things we've talked about so far, bad. But this one was kind of like, this one was more literally shocking to me.
Yeah, this is shit that makes you want to hop into an octagon and be like, listen, dude, 3-minute rounds. Let's go. I don't care how big you are. I'm coming in with a shot collar for your ass. Yeah.
This one seems worse than anything. I mean, I don't know. Like even the shock collar, if he was shocking Kaya, this seems worse than that. I don't know. You tell me.
Yeah, this is something most people don't do after the age of 5.
Motherfucker, come here. Stay.
So if you didn't catch that, Hasan's dog up here, the one closer to the guy's legs that you see in the frame,
wearing a collar, by the way, which is something you could grab.
Stay.
As
No,
to
come
the
here.
tail.
pulls back with the tail. Now, the tail is just as sensitive as
Child.
anything else, right? The tail is just
It's
as
liter-
sensitive as anything else.
If it's not literally the first thing you're taught about having a dog, it's the second. The first thing might be, especially if they're younger, warning about like don't put your hands near his mouth type of stuff. But it's one of the first 3 things anyone who's ever been in the same room as a dog is taught. You don't pull a dog's fucking tail. You don't do it. And this just really reinforces that whole this dude's a man-child situation. You're like, kind of stop. You're being annoying. And here's this dog. He's yanking it by the tail instead of grabbing it by the collar, or I don't know, just calling your dog. That's the other thing. Not to be a dick. And apologies if if anybody in the audience catches a stray. Maybe you have a dog who doesn't like to listen to you. But for me, unless the dog had kind of done something, and if I, I can't think of any scenarios where I called for my dog and it wouldn't eventually come to me, right? Like unless it maybe got in the trash and I'm like, hey, come here, it might take a minute because he's like, oh, I wasn't supposed to be in there. But most of the time you don't have to physically grab and yank your dog to you because you're their whole fucking world, dude. Like they get out of bed just to hang out with you, just to be around you. They will fucking know within like 10 minutes what time you're supposed to be home. And they're fucking booking it towards that door the second they hear your door lock, man. So for this, whenever I see somebody that has to resort to something like that, to me, that's just, I automatically know you're not a good dog owner, because a good dog owner would never need to resort to something like that. Yeah. The only reason a dog would be that hesitant to come to you is if you're constantly fucking yelling at it and it's afraid of you, right? Otherwise, maybe if it's excited, there's another dog there, maybe you have to reiterate a few more times, but most of the time, at the end of the day, dog wants to be around its owner, so you don't usually have to yank it by its ass and threaten to kill it so it doesn't move. I haven't come across that one too often in my time with dogs. Danny.
Well, can I end on a funnier note than Hasan yoinking his fucking dog's tail?
Yeah, that's probably good.
So a funnier note of all this is Pokimane, okay? If you remember Pokimane has a podcast that she does with another creator online. Do you know Michael Reeves, like the science YouTuber dude? He does he would hook Ian up to a fucking shock collar and do some shock torture with like some sort of elaborate YouTube robot or something. That's the kind of shit he does. It's just like an engineer, I guess, that makes like robots and shit and yada yada on YouTube. Michael Reeves. His girlfriend, Lily Pichu, another creator. That's just how I know of her, I guess, is what I'm saying. It's from Michael Reeves. Lily Pichu and Pokimane have a podcast together, and they recently had a guest on their show, Hasan Piker. Okay, how great is that? Hasan Piker.
How entertaining, man! Can't wait to watch that.
Yeah, right. What perfect timing, right? To have Hasan on your podcast during all this drama. Well, that's what Pokimane's crew thought. For the podcast. Now listen to this story, okay? Pokimane and Lily Pichu announced that they have canceled their scheduled podcast episode with Hasan, okay? So here is the post. Hey, taste buds. It's a tough one to write, but we wanted to give you all a heads up tomorrow that we're unfortunately going to be missing our first scheduled Saturday video. We've been watching the recent drama unfold and concerning our guest, and it's been getting intense. I think I might have added a word in there somewhere. Sorry. We had a serious talk as a crew, and we all agreed that it did not feel right uploading tomorrow's episode at this moment in time. Our community is our favorite thing, and the reason we do this is to create a space that is comfy as always and a true escape. We do not want to impact the cozy atmosphere we've all built together. Now, Kevin, I could imagine that having Hasan on your podcast during Collargate would probably result in some of your comments saying like, you guys support animal abusers. You guys support this. You guys support that. You guys shock your dogs. This, that, and third. I could see how having Hasan on your show during all this would be, maybe you might get some spicy comments. I mean, does that make sense, Kevin?
It makes sense, but at the same time, if memory serves, like I don't recall Pokimane being one that has shied away from controversy. In fact, I'm pretty certain I would not know her name if it weren't for her doubling down on controversy or whatever. Like I don't know that she would have cared as much. I feel like if it weren't for the staff, she would have said like, well, if you're a broke boy, just say that, we're here to make money. So whoever made that post about, all we care about is having an inclusive environment, get bent, dude. You're here to make money. All right. Especially that lady. She didn't give a fuck about any of them. Are you kidding me?
You don't know how much you agree with Pokimane right now. Okay. You just landed yourself in the seat agreeing exactly with what Pokimane thinks, actually. Now, what we just read was the statement from her crew of the podcast. Okay. This was a crew decision. All right. Look what Pokimane has to say about the controversy. Okay. And maybe you'll see a little bit of what you just said. She says, this episode was supposed to air as usual, but staff refused to upload it out of fear it caused drama and also posted this statement without my approval. Sorry, guys. We'll talk about everything on this week's episode and go on a hiatus afterwards to restructure. So she's literally like, bitches, we're here to make money and you guys just canceled our show. We're going to come back this week. We're going to do a banger show because people are going to tune in because of this little dumb shit stunt we just pulled. And then we're going to fire our whole crew, restructure, because they decided to do this without her permission. This is so awesome to think that Hasan shocks his dog on stream and Pokimane's entire podcast crew gets fired for it.
I can't wait to have a staff, Danny, so that we can fire them for disobeying us. This is like, when did Pokimane become Keemstar? Like, now her whole content is to be like, who are we firing today? Got to join the Discord to apply for a job here. You got to pay me money to apply for a job. What a grift.
This is totally a Keemstar, though. I didn't even think about that. You said it best. This is like a stunt that they'd pull on Lolcow. He's like, Boogie, you did it without my permission, you dumb fuck. You're out of here, okay? We're getting new people in this week. Fuck you. I'll call you in a month.
Yeah, I'll call you on Thursday. Yeah, get you back in here. Wow. I mean, yeah, of course, that's all Pokimane thought. She probably was like, oh, wow, how great that Hasan zapped his dog while we've got this podcast in the can. I'm going to make so much money. And then her poor, simple staff who just wanted to have morals, didn't check it with the boss, which also, so much of this is the type of stuff that you just shouldn't be said in public. You're the face of the brand, so all these people work for you. At the end of the day, sometimes that means you have to take accountability for things that you might not have done. Not throw your fucking staff under the bus. You get all the perks of being the face of this brand. They do a lot of hard work. I imagine it's pretty thankless based on this and other opinions we've heard from her. And I'm sure they're not the highest paid people in the industry either. So the least you could do when stuff like this goes down is show a little solidarity, have your staff's back because they were just doing what they thought was right. But also, how do you cultivate a working environment where your staff would make a decision like that and you not be aware of it? What kind of fucking hands-off, I'm not doing any of the work here, pal, leadership is that, to where that could even happen to you? If that is, in fact, the case. I don't know that it's the case. I would never trust a word that came out of Pokimane's mouth at this point, to be fair. But again, zero surprise here, right? We're talking about a lady who grifted Costco cookies for $30 a pop.
Yeah.
I mean, what are we talking about?
For real, to look at your staff, to make that post, to look at your staff after so let's just say what she said was true, and that they went above her head and did it without her permission, which isn't a good thing. If you're the staff of somebody, if you're somebody's staff and you just make a decision without their permission, that's probably not a good thing. But you got to think that these guys, the crew, were making a decision out of the goodwill, for the goodness of the show. They were concerned about their fans. They thought, I don't want the fans to be mixed up with this fucking garbage that's going to come with Hasan. I don't want the cozy tones of the podcast to be fucked up because of Hasan's fucking controversy or whatever. They're clearly looking out for the well-being of the show. It's not like they were doing something against Pokimane's will to her detriment or whatever, or at least they weren't trying to make it to her detriment. They were looking out for their well-being, trying to do something good. And she's like, well, you're all fired now, bitches. You're all fired now. Restructuring later. What the fuck, dude?
I can't wait for her to wish her whole staff well in their future endeavors. Yeah, some bosses are just like this, Danny. This reminds me of our grilled cheese slinging days. I don't remember if you were here for this part or not.
He trained his dog how to skateboard, though.
Well, he did train his dog how to skateboard, which is probably the coolest thing about him. But we had one of these moments where an employee got fired, and it might not have been the exact reason, but what kickstarted the conversation that led to someone being fired in anger was the fact that some drunken college kid had ripped the top of the urinal out of the wall. Yeah. And so water is pouring out of the bathroom to the point where it's now
the whole floor.
Yeah, the whole floor in the lobby has water in it. So the only way we knew to fix that was to shut it off. We got to shut the water off. But at that point now, we've got no water in the bathroom. We start to be worried about people's safety. So we lock the doors, right? We say, all right, if you've placed an order, we're going to fulfill your order. We're not taking any more orders tonight because all of these people are drunk. Mind you, this was a campus restaurant. It's 1 to 2 a.m. So there's no one in this place that is sober. and you have a lobby just full of liability and lawsuits because your bathroom is spilling out into your dining area. And this dude got pissed at his employees for closing the shop because his logic was, well, how am I supposed to pay for a new urinal if you guys quit selling fucking sandwiches?
He was mad. He was mad.
Somebody lost their job over that because
and then he's like, oh, Mr. Fix It. He's like going in there and fucking with it.
If you don't like the way I deal with it, you can get the fuck out. Okay, cool. Go fuck yourself. That was the conversation between boss and employee. I saw it live.
Fucking idiot.
Yeah. So some people just can't help themselves. They can't see past their fucking nose. What's the saying? Can't see the forest for the trees.
There you go.
And I think Pokimane is one of them forest folk.
This is what Sleek had sent me that I forgot to bring up when I was showing all the bad stuff that Hasan did to dogs. Do you think these are these bad? Like I wanted to. I've never had a dog, so I honestly can't even really speak on the effectiveness or how it just sounds bad to me to shock a dog with a shock collar. That just sounds bad, but I don't know anything about what a trainer would tell you or the effectiveness of a shock collar to the obedience of certain dogs, or if it's better for certain bigger dogs or what. I don't know any of that stuff. I don't know the ins and outs of any of that stuff. I'm not a dog guy, or I haven't had a dog myself. I do love dogs. But shock collar aside, that is a picture of, or that, I can't believe I already took it down. It's because it's so scary looking. This is a picture of like the pronged collars. So like, how does this work? I don't even get how it works. It just looks dangerous.
Well, it digs into the dog's throat. It's not good. I would potentially even agree with Sleek's take here that they're worse than a shock collar. I think at least with a shock collar, if you go that route, I'm sure there are different levels to it. So theoretically, I think this choker, I mean, they're called chokers. I don't know if that's the official title, but like that's what they're referred to amongst most dog owners, a choking collar, which to me just sounds like something you'd keep next to your gimp suit, not something that you'd want to put on your dog. So
bring out the gimp.
Yeah,
the pronged collar.
The spider just called herself a fly, but other than that, yes, I was raised, Danny, that those were a no. So that I've never seen one used personally, but I hear that they are very bad, and I could only imagine trying to run after something and then have a bunch of metal pressing in at different angles into my neck. Yeah, just don't get a dog if that's your. If that's your decision, if that's what your thought process is, that I'm going to get this dog and put a choking collar on it, just don't get a dog, or don't get that dog, because clearly that dog is too big for you. If you aren't able to maintain and be the owner of a dog without having to choke it into submission, probably not the right dog for you. So, which is fine. There's plenty of different dogs. Maybe you're a cat person. You know, maybe a cat is more your style. Maybe again, a fish tank would be great. I don't suggest lizards, right? Reptiles, they're cold-blooded, man.
Just get them a goldfish, about the same capacity in the brain up there. So goldfish and Hasan go hand in hand. Anyways, folks, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching us talk about another abuser, another animal abuser. These people need to leave animals alone. Seriously, we love dogs, okay? And even, I mean, I don't like horses personally, but I really don't want YMS to fuck one. So I am against all of this animal abuse, okay? I will not stand, man. It will not stand. But anyways, it's the end of the show, folks. This is the part where we go through the chat and shout you out if you chatted with us tonight. All right. We're starting from the top with Hash giving us a spook. Nice to see you, Hash. A spook because of what you said, not because you're here, because we love when Hash shows up. All right. That is the truth. Jake tells us we're late. Okay. Somebody had to, I guess. So thanks, Jake. Appreciate you.
We would have gotten away with it too.
That's right. Kanga was here with 2 gifteds tonight. Thank you so much, Kanga. Jacksfilms should take a trip to Turkey and bring one of those shock collars with them. Okay. I think it's time for us to shock Jacksfilms out of thinking that hair needs to stick around.
That I might tune in for that live stream. I assume that one's going to be on Kick though, considering all the shot collars. Anyway, yeah, good idea. I like it.
So there's that. Kanga, thank you. Ass Cakes was here. Thanks for chatting up with us. Ass Cakes, love to see you. Love to chat it up. Thank you. Appreciate you. Poland Spring was here, our executive producer. We love her. Thank you, Poland, for hanging out and demoralizing us as usual.
Yeah, keep your compliments to yourself, boss. All right, they make me feel awkward.
You really threw him off with the compliment there.
It's basically like shocking me, you know.
Just it was.
Stop it.
Abuse.
Yeah.
When you're trained on being only beaten down forever, when they bring you up, it is kind of shocking, literally.
I need you to be more withholding with your praise. Otherwise, I don't know how to motivate myself. So come on.
So thank you, Poland. We appreciate you. V-Dub was here. Make America bald again. That's right, my British friend. Why don't we make Britain bald too? Why don't we make the UK bald? Maybe they're already bald. Maybe they don't have to make it bald again. They're already bald.
They're staying that way.
They should.
The OGs.
They should. Chris said this is the only angle where you can't see the stroke. That must have been of our that flattering picture of our president on the Times.
Dude. It's all about the nussy.
All about that nussy. I did it all for the nussy. The nussy. So shouts out to Chris. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate ya.
That's right.
Let's go. We got to Sleek the Geek. Okay. We've also got Kanga saying, dude, talk about how she did dominatrix fart content. We need to, I must have to like pull a clip. I must need to get a clip, the most PG clip I can of Keffals farting into a cake or something, and I'll bring it to the show.
So look for our upcoming simulcast on Kick.
Whatever. I could probably fart in a cake live on YouTube and they wouldn't care, dude. They don't care what we're doing.
Just don't tell someone to suck your butt crack beforehand, because I've seen people get banned over that.
That's right. Sleek the Geek was here flipping tables. Nice to see you, Sleek. Thanks for tuning in. I saw Shadow Humor somewhere. I might have skipped by him. No, he said, Danny just sent me a video describing the smell of his winter gloves. Like
I thought you sent him the gloves.
I did. He must not have got them yet, but I sent them. I needed him to try them on.
You told him so he would know which package was, you know, just, I sent you a bunch, but the one I want you to open first smells like this. I get it. Yeah. I've done that before.
If it doesn't, if the glove doesn't fit, you must have quit, Kevin. That's what I'm trying to get out of Shadow. Maybe that glove fit him, you know?
Oh, I thought you were just trying to get someone else's DNA inside the glove, so that way you could have plausible deniability. But I'm sure that's not the case. And Shadow, you should definitely put the glove on right away.
I could get Shadow's DNA if I wanted it. Okay.
So some of those comments he's been putting are true, aren't they? Yeah, really have been harassing him.
Don't worry about that. So thank you, Shadow, for tuning in. We got Bite Size Vikes. Hello, you've offended a member of the Mossad. Is it Kaya Piker? I'd love to invite you both to a free Israeli re-education tour. Is it like those Saudi comedy tours? You are going to pay me millions of dollars?
Oh, come on, man. Those guys did a good thing. And if you think that Bill Burr and Whitney Cummings and Kevin Hart just did that to make money, you're a racist. Did you know that, Danny?
I do now.
That's the new line. You are a racist. If you called me a hypocrite, joke's on you, pal. Racist scumbag.
Right. Well, good comment to end on. Kanga says, we love the eggs, and the eggs are out. All right, folks. We appreciate you as well. The eggs love you all. Thank you for being here
right.
and carrying on with us tonight. We will be back next week to do it all over again. And I'm trying to get Kevin here for an extra special in studio at the end of the month. So look forward to that unless plans change. All right. Me and Kev hanging out. I can put my arm around him, touch him, feel him, shock
I
him.
know it's gonna happen.
maybe.
I'm gonna get there. Dave's gonna be like, "Hey, dude, I thought we'd do a bit for the show tonight. Try on this collar. It definitely won't shock you."
I'll give you the pronged collar and I'll take the shot collar. Okay. Is that fine?
Oh, yeah, that works. That works.
There you go. Well, folks, we'll be back next week with the shot collars. Keep your eyes peeled for the posts. We will see you next time. Peace.